Hello, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nikki, and on this channel, we talk about all things smelling good, looking good, and feeling good about yourself. This channel was created with you guys in mind, and this channel is all about you guys. So, guys, as you realize, I am in a different location. I don't have my many fragrances in my background. As I told you guys on a previous video, my fragrances are all packed up and away from me at the moment. But we know that the show must go on because we acquire new fragrances, right? So we got to talk about the ones that we get new, and we got to compare them to what they are inspired by, talk about it if we know it, if we have it. If not, then that's how it is. But the show must go on. As I told you guys, as I get new releases, I will be talking about those for you. So on today's video, I have two new fragrances from the house of Nasuk. I have Nasuk Saher for you guys, and I also have Nusuk Mahab, and I will be telling you guys how these two perfumes perform on my skin. Remember, the reviews are always how they perform on Nikki's skin, on nobody else's skin. But please to take in consideration that fragrances are subjective, so they will perform differently on me from how they perform on you. If you want to hear about Mahab and Saher from the house of Nasuk, grab you a seat, grab you a drink, and come on right back. So guys, on these videos that I'll be doing, I will not be giving you guys any run it back for the next month or so. The run it back is a fragrance that I have in my collection that I've been using over time and coming back to tell you about the performance, if it has gotten better, and so on and so forth. So most of the fragrances that I have right now are newer fragrances to my collection. So we're not going to be doing any run it back on these videos for the next month or so, okay? Also, the link for the store is in the description down below. If you want to shop the accessories collection, click the link and go shop. Okay, let us get into the video. So this is the box of Mahab, and the texture of the box, maybe you can see it, but the texture of the box is like alligator skin. The authentication sticker is here in the back, and this is how we open the box. And inside there is the perfume. There it is. And inside here comes with a paper with the notes, which I very much appreciate. I appreciate brands that take the time out to put the notes in the bottle, so we don't have to be cantering around looking for the notes for the fragrances. And this is the bottle of Mahab. This is it. So this is supposed to be an inspiration of guidance. But before we get into the notes and what it gives on my skin, let us look at this beautiful bottle. Let us look at this beautiful bottle. So it has some gold speckles going on in the cap. If you can see it, some gold things going on in the cap. You can see it. And there is actually a crocodile on the top. So let us talk about the notes in Mahab. So this has red fruits, it has incense and fennel, it has jasmine, peach, osmanthus, musk, rose, and sandalwood. So I am going to spray this on my skin. I already know what it is all about, but I'm going to spray it on my skin and tell you all about this fragrance. First and foremost, I already told you, this is an inspiration of our beloved guidance. A lot of the girlies love guidance. A lot of the girlies hate guidance. Guidance is like a love-hate fragrance. However, this one right here is an affordable option. That's the first thing I want you guys to know. This is an affordable option to guidance. We all know that guidance is like $380, $400 in some spaces, $340 the most that you can find it on discounters. But this one right here is an affordable option. This one opens up with a peachy, a juicy, ripe peach scent. That is what I'm getting on my skin. I'm getting a juicy, ripe peach, sweet, juicy, ripe peach. And then it goes into some floral notes like the osmanthus, and those floral notes come off on my skin as creamy floral notes. Then it goes down into this musky accord. So it goes from this fruity, sweet, juicy peach. Then it goes into these beautiful, creamy florals. And then it goes into this musky accord on my skin. This is a smooth, beautiful, feminine fragrance to me. We all know that the OG guidance is not loved by a lot of people because of that tangy pear that it has. What Nasuk has done, they have taken away that tangy pear note. So there is no pear in this. That tangy smell that you get from the OG is not in this inspiration. That is a plus. Also, this inspiration says that there is no hazelnut. However, I can tell you that on my skin, it is giving off a nutty accord. They say that there is no hazelnut in this, but on my skin, it is giving off a nutty accord. There's also a fennel note in this. If you know the smell of fennel and you don't like that, don't worry about, because the fennel to me in this on my skin is in the background of the fragrance. It is not a strong fennel on my skin. That is. The incense is there. You can smell the incense, but it's not a churchy incense. It's not a powerful churchy incense. The osmanthus is very much present, and that is what gives this feminine feel. The floral notes in the middle of this fragrance give this one a beautiful feminine feel. And I feel like this one I love. You know, I love Decadent Dream. Decadent Dream is my favorite inspiration from Maison Alhambra, Decadent Dream. So I have basically all the inspos, I think, except for the Carrelage one. I have the one from Paris Corner. I have the one from Maison Alhambra. I also have the one from Fragrance World. And now I add this one in my collection. Honestly, of all the inspos that I have, this one right here is the fruitiest on my skin. This one right here is the most feminine on my skin. This one is very creamy on my skin. This one also is the most potent on my skin. Maison Alhambra is beast mode. It does serve a long time. To me, Maison Alhambra doesn't have that tangy pear accord that is in the OG, because I also have the OG. It doesn't have that tangy pear accord that is in the OG. This one doesn't have that tangy pear accord that is in the OG. But this one on my skin lasts 8+ hours, like 10, 12 hours pushing. On clothes, you got to make sure that you wash with a very good detergent, because this one stays in the clothes. And if you're an oversprayer like I am, and you're going to use over 10 sprays of this, make sure that your detergent is good, that you're washing your clothes with, because you're going to wash that clothes. If you wash it with a weak detergent, you're going to wash that clothes and it's going to come out of the wash still smelling like Mahab. I think because this one may be the last inspo, maybe not the last one to come out, but the latest one, I feel like they are perfecting the DNA more and more as they go along. I know that the OG on my skin is beast. It is forever. Stays on my skin forever. Stays on clothes forever. This one is the same thing. Stays on clothes forever. On my skin, I can push 12 hours. This is beautiful. It is a compliment magnet. You will get compliment wearing this. Like, listen, if you put this on and you go outside, the only way you don't get a compliment is if you just dab one little bit here and dab one little bit here. And even I feel like even if you just dab one little bit here and dab one little bit here, and you go out and shake somebody and they are going to smell this, because this is a beast. Mahab from Nasuk, this one is a beast. And right now I can tell you, I am loving this. I am loving this, and I'm giving it a nod over the Maison Alhambra because it lasts longer. It smells more feminine on my skin. It is creamier. It is beautiful. And I truly, truly love this Mahab from Nasuk. And the bottle is just so beautiful also. And this is my take on this one. If you don't have any inspiration from guidance and you want to pick up one, this is a beautiful one to pick up. If you already have the Decadent Dream, if you already have the one from Paris Corner, if you already have the one from Cadlage, if you already have Fragrance World, you don't need this. You don't need this, because if you're not a collector, honestly, you don't need all of these. But right now, this one is in my collection. In my collection, this one is the best one. This one is the most potent, lasts longer. It is very pretty and it is very, very feminine. This is Mahab from Nasuk, and this is an inspo of guidance, original guidance. The next one we are going to look at is this right here, and this one is called Saher. And just let us take a moment for this big, beautiful box. Here we have the authentication sticker, but let me show you this beautiful, amazing presentation. This one is giving me love vibe. This is giving me love vibe. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I can tell you, you know, when I bought the Riffs, Ariba and all of those, they come in a holder, but those are like shaky rocky. This is not shaky rocky. This one can be put down on your vanity and it stays like that. It's not going to shake. It's not going to turn over. It's not going to tilt. It is going to stay steady. And look at this beautiful heart right here. This, for me, I think would be a very good Christmas present for a female, or a beautiful Valentine's present for a female. But let us get into the notes. Let me put my glasses on for this one because I can hardly see this paper. So the notes inside here, it has apple pulp, cassis, it has suede accord, lily of the valley, jasmine absolute, it has rose petals, cashmere wood, ambergris, white musk, creamy vanilla, and sweet peach down in the base. Okay, some people say that this one is an inspiration of Eden Juicy Apple from Kaylee. Hello, no. No, no, no. Going on skin on this side. This is not an inspiration of Eden Juicy Apple. However, I get why they would say this is an inspiration of Eden Juicy Apple. This opens up with a juicy, sweet apple accord. I get that juicy, sweet apple accord. Then it goes into this sexy suede. And when it moves from that juicy, sweet apple accord and go into that sexy suede, this diverts totally from Eden Juicy Apple. And I understand why. Because if you just spray the fragrance and smell it, you're going to say, okay, Eden Juicy Apple. No. Give the fragrance time, let it dry down. Because this is nothing. You know, I have Eden Juicy Apple in my collection, and I have a lot of inspo of that fragrance in my collection. This is not that. Not that any at all. So it opens up with this sweet, juicy apple, and then it get into that sexy suede accord. Then I get these smooth, sensual florals. It is not loud. They are actually like sitting, not in the background, but like in the middle. But they're like smooth. They are like sensual florals, smooth sensual florals. And after that, I get this musky. You get musky, but then it goes into this creamy vanilla. And then it dries down. When it dries down, I am getting this juicy apple along with this suede accord, this creamy vanilla. And that is what I get from the dry down of that, which is nothing like Eden Juicy Apple. Is this an inspired perfume? In my humble opinion, no. I don't have nothing in my collection that smells like Saher. Saher to me right now, at least on my skin and based on my collection to my nose, is not an inspired fragrance. It's something that I feel like it is Nasuk original. I could be wrong, but I am basing this on my nose, my collection, my skin. Nothing that I have in my collection actually smells like this. This is a sexy, feminine fragrance. This to me gives me like nighttime, daytime. You can wear this out with your man, you can wear it out with your girls, but it is giving me nighttime energy. It is not giving me like daytime anything. You can actually wear it in the evening, but as I always say, wear what you have whenever you want it, whenever you want to wear it, however you want to wear it. But this is giving me nighttime, evening time energy, date night, girls' night, out on the town night. This is what this is giving me. Can this fragrance be worn all season? Yes, I feel like this is an all-rounder. It's a feminine all-rounder that can be worn in the summertime. It can be worn in the winter, the fall, and the spring. However, for me, I live in Connecticut. I would not wear this on a blasting winter night, like a winter night. We get sub-zeros here. We get so anything under like 20 degrees, I wouldn't wear this fragrance because I like my fragrance to be loud and projecting. I don't feel like this one is going to be a loud projector when the time gets too cold. And that is my opinion. That is my opinion. I have not tried it in said kind of weather, but in my opinion, I don't think this is going to be a top performer in the extreme cold. But right now on my skin, Saher is giving me beast mode. So I'm getting 8 hours right now on my skin. And this is a fairly new perfume in my collection. I have this for 4 days. 4 days I have this for, and it is giving me 8 hours out the box on my skin. I am loving this. And you know, with the Middle Eastern fragrances, when you put them down, they are going to get better. So I can't wait to see where this one heads to and what it is going to turn to. But I know right now off the bat, this is not going to turn to any Eden Juicy Apple. Like, I'm not getting that. This is just sexy, feminine, suede, smooth floral accords, creamy vanilla. And the juiciness of the apple is just in the opening. The apple carries to the dry down of the fragrance, but that suede accord, that floral note, and that creamy vanilla in the base, along with those little fruits, just deviate this whole outside of Eden Juicy Apple. So, I mean, everybody knows it's different. Fragrances are subjective. Some people may think that this smells to them like Eden Juicy Apple. In my humble opinion, no. So, if you have Eden Juicy Apple and all the other inspos of it, do you still need this in your collection? Girls, yes. Yes, this is one that you need in your collection, especially if you like sexy feminine fragrance. you are going to love this one, because I honestly believe that this is a sexy, feminine, all-rounder in a bottle. And this is Saher from Nasuk, and the presentation is nothing but amazing. Let me turn it around because this is the way it's supposed to go. It is nothing but amazing. This would be an awesome gift for Christmas, an awesome gift for Valentine's for your female loved one. And this is my take on these two new fragrances from Nasuk. This is Mahab, which is an inspiration of guidance, and this is Saher, which in my opinion is its own thing. I will put links for these in the description box below if I can find them. But you always remember and never forget to let your sensual intoxicate the masses, whether it's going to be with Mahab, Saher, or any other one of the fragrances that I always bring to you guys. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, bye, bye.